A series of earthquakes in Venezuela have killed nearly 200 people and injured hundreds more. Twin earthquakes rocked Caracas, causing homes and buildings to collapse in Venezuela. Tremors were also felt in neighboring Colombia. Venezuela's interim leader Delcy Rodriguez declared a state of emergency after two powerful earthquakes that toppled dozens of buildings and killed at least 200 people. Experts have warned that the death toll could rise significantly, and Rodriguez said hundreds were injured and more could be injured. In a television broadcast on Wednesday night, she urged citizens to evacuate collapsed structures. "We appeal to the people to remain calm and united," Rodriguez said. The quake, one of the largest in Venezuela's history, struck suddenly and was felt in many parts of the country. But the worst damage was in the capital, Caracas, and surrounding areas. Videos on social media showed panicked passengers running through the corridors of Maiquetía Airport, seeking safety from the rubble. Rodriguez said the airport was closed after serious damage was caused, and announced that the metro and train systems had been suspended. "Our immediate condolences to those who have lost loved ones," the acting president added, although she did not say how many people or deaths had been reported. The U.S. Geological Survey (USGS) said two earthquakes had struck Venezuela, a 7.5 magnitude main shock and a 7.2 magnitude foreshock 39 seconds ago. The epicenter was west of the community of Morón, located on Venezuela's Caribbean coast, 168 kilometers, 104 miles west of Caracas. The quake struck at a depth of 13 kilometers, 8 miles. Another news agency reported that 3 people died after 2 buildings collapsed in the Baruta district of Caracas. Gustavo Duque, the mayor of the Chacao district in Caracas, told reporters that 1 person had died and 4 buildings had completely collapsed. 22 people were taken to hospital. Everything indicates that there has been an earthquake that is thought to have a magnitude of more than 7. The country's Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello told state broadcaster VTV. "There are many complex areas. Very worrying areas from the perspective of the visual. Buildings and houses have collapsed. At least 3 buildings collapsed in Altamira, an upscale area of Caracas where several foreign embassies are located, after the earthquake that struck shortly after 6 p.m. on Wednesday," media reported. There were reports that some people were trapped under the rubble, but the number of victims and the death toll were not immediately clear. A man was seen crying outside a building, calling out his grandmother's name, and he feared she was inside. Rescue workers and volunteers searched for survivors nearby. Dust plumes could be seen rising from the city, while images showed residents fleeing with their belongings and pets from severely damaged buildings. One of the worst-hit areas was La Guaira, a port city just north of Caracas on Venezuela's Caribbean coast. La Guaira is home to Venezuela's main international airport, Simon Bolivar International Airport, and is close to some of the hilltop areas that were targeted when U.S. forces were ordered to invade Venezuela on January 3 this year, when Donald Trump ordered an invasion of the country to oust its president, Nicolas Maduro. The Edwards Hotel Boutique, a large beachfront hotel in La Guaira, was almost completely destroyed. The Venezuelan Naval Academy near Caixa La Mer and several high-rise residential buildings were also badly damaged. The U.S. Embassy in Caracas urged its citizens to avoid damaged areas, not to enter damaged buildings, and to seek safe shelter. In the Caracas suburb of Baruta, civil defense workers used stretchers to carry victims from buildings that collapsed after a landslide caused by the earthquake. The 2 major earthquakes that hit the great people of Venezuela were both very large and caused many deaths, Trump said.